go. The gotta go. The gotta go. Oh, I want this light. This is a fun light in a low ceiling. Ugh. I was thinking a little while ago why I'm like I used to be able to fit in. Like I could just kind of go through life without being noticed. Those days are not. Those days are over. There's a lot to be said for people that have had life experience. Between people that have had the same experience in life over and over and over and over and over again. Like I wonder how many hours of astrologers, healers, all these people they get paid all that, like how much they get, they while they sat in the same chair and they weren't gaining any life experience. They were gaining off the experience of other people's lives. From the comfort of their own chair. Well, here, Ma, you're 74 years old. You're still here. In spite of having a man slam all this stuff that, like, your family threw you away when you were born. Because you were born with club feet. And the old saying was, they used to say that babies were born with club feet were cursed. And I look at it as, well, yeah, of course they're cursed. They're born to a family that would throw a baby away for having feet that were different. Instead of loving the baby and nurturing the baby. That's what we're supposed to do. Love the babies, nurture the baby. Not New Mexico, throwing fucking dumpsters. New Mexico's a weird place, and they're so oddly prideful about all the gross shit that happens. I just stay home. There's so much gross shit happening in this state. Like every day. The sheriff? They found him in a sheriff truck? Yeah. And he was dead from fentanyl and fucking booze. Like, it's all of it. Like, good people that are just trying to take care of somebody and not fucking die every day because there's so many junkies and drunks and wastoid people that don't value life at all. They don't value life. If they valued life, they would, every day they would be doing something that, so maybe in 5 years, their life will be of value. But they don't. They do the same thing year in, year out. They do the same holidays. They celebrate car shows, rodeos, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Where I live, hog on hog season. Look out on the roads. My sister died on a fucking motorcycle. I don't fucking get you. Like, you're all on your own. I'm no more. I'm not gonna freaking step back so I can get out of people's way so they can do stupid shit. They can get out of my fucking way because I'm trying to make a better fucking planet for everybody and not the little cousins. So many little cousins. Tootsie Roll left and right. Tootsie Roll New Mexico. That's why they're so angry, because they got Tootsie Roll in their pants. Do something productive. I put up a video the other day. My friend told me it was inaudible. I'm glad it was inaudible, because evidently the little kid that worked behind the counter, the one that was truant, the one that was like, why are you there on a school day? Jerking around a fucking 51-year-old woman that has been fucking seen more shit. And she doesn't need more of your shit. But because you little people feel so fucking inferior about yourselves because you work at I don't care, Every job I've ever had, I've worked in gas stations, I was a busboy, like, I worked all of this shit jobs. That's why I was so deliberate on the course of action in which I wanted to take. Because I didn't want to work shit jobs no more. I wanted to use my brain. I didn't want to work my body and have to smell stinky stuff and stuff. I thought I was smarter than that because the smart people get the good jobs, except in 2025 in the land of America, because everything is about nepotism, and that is why this whole country is fucking flushing down the toilet. Because the people in charge watch TV shows when they were younger. They think they're mobsters. They want to feel important and feel all the power and they control. And then they go and they act out stuff they see on TV. And now we got the Diddy trial. And look, now it's been verified, Kim Porter. Stuff that we have all known since it happened. Us knowers. You know what kind of sets me apart from other people that know? Here's a little tidbit that gives me a little bit different experience from all those people that freaking talk about shit. I'm a broad that has fucking done a lot of shit. I'm a real life fucking Rosie the Riveter. Only I've done so much more than that. She was just that. People are just one thing. I like people that are so versatile because they had to be this person to fit in to get what they need. And they had to be this person to fit into this group to get what they need. Because we know who doesn't like us. Mostly everybody. So I'm glad that dude, and then I got to explain that video on the next video. Like, people are spare parts, man. People are spare parts. Do better. Aspire for better. Don't make me get excited about your graduation again. Cause like I see what happens to people you're born and raised. Like they just end up on the most wanted in a couple years without their fucking teeth and shit. So no. How about we celebrate 5-year reunions and how much people have contributed to their society in fucking 5 years? No. See, what they did is they created this little Miss Goody two-shirts, because when I was little, people liked to, because I was so compliant, and I would just, okay, whatever you want, and everything, and then, like, the jerks would make me dance like a puppet, and I would be their slave, basically, because I was just, they knew that I just wanted to make people happy. And so what they did is they made me this person that just, like, the person that will come at me and say, you're not compliant, I will outdo what they're doing, like, it be in compliance more than they are about the thing that they say that I'm out of compliance about. Like, I've been fucked with too much in my life. That's why I'm learning to be a peaceful being. Best thing I got out of going to AA for all those years that I went and talking and sharing my experience, strength, and hope, and listening to so many other people's for so many meetings I went to. And it wasn't even from a meeting, it was from what a sponsor said to me. And I would talk to her and express my frustrations about how people would, like, push my buttons. Like, they would intentionally do things on purpose just to see me get all worked up. Look, she's gonna get spun like a little top. Watch her go, right? My brother used to antagonize me. My dad used to, like, I've been antagonized by the biggest, greatest, mostest assholes. That's why these assholes have always continued to continue the same behavior, because I don't know, I'm a magnet. What can I say, right? Right, Ma? Like, bullies like to they like to bully me, and I'm a peaceful being, so I just make fun of them and make them, like, reevaluate their life decisions, basically. You know? Because I'm not going to engage. I won't engage anymore. People aren't worth it. They're not even worth it. Like, people at one time, you could, like, quip with somebody, but no, now it's people are feel so inferior that they pull out guns and they'll shoot you for no reason. And I gotta come home to Mom, so I ain't participating on planet Earth no more. Anyway, so when I was, so they always made an example out of me. authorities would make an example out of me. And I would try everything, like don't make eye contact. Like I can't tell you how many times I'm the one that's pulled out, called to the carpet, whatever. Like it's just how it is. Like it makes for a lot of good stories though. So it's taught me my whole life is like people get paid a lot of money to do jobs that they're not doing, and now they've done it so much they're proving it themselves. They're verifying what I say to be true all the time. Like in New Mexico, all the freaking patrolmen, and they're just violent. They're just mad because they're tiny little men. But do something for fucking productive. And how come these people haven't been drugged? How come they're not getting drug tested? How come, it's just a high school diploma. That's all police are. Then they make $80,000 and get around and they get to decide who the bad guys are. They don't even have a whole lot of life experience to really determine unless they're hanging out with the bad guys. I don't know. But planet Earth is becoming a very unstable environment because the people are not balanced and they don't do things to try and use their energy productive and wisely. And for all of those people that are just living every single day like fucking things are not crazy. Like tornadoes were not just going through St. Louis, the fucking city. I want to take a moment to acknowledge. I know it's your Earth Day, Emily. And understand you are being celebrated today, Emily Pike. In many places. So, something that makes me extraordinary, a little bit exceptional, is, see, when you got the good blood, you get the good assignments. Coming down, honey bear? Come on. Good dog. Come on. Good boy. Good dog. Good dog. So I got the good blood. I got the blood of people that were born, or not born, people that were in the room when the Constitution was signed. So, I was stationed at a place called Offutt Air Force Base. Now, first of all, I was thinking, like, how many people know people that were in the military? Because usually, most of the people that are in the military, they get a paycheck to support doing a role or a function that they would do in civilian life that isn't related to boom diddy booms. So they're like the support staff. They're the people that make the meals, like people that, like the employees of the base and stuff like that. And the base that I was stationed at was called Offutt Air Force Base, and it was a big important base. Just ask it. Just ask it. It'll tell you. And all the people that are there, where's big important George Bush on 9/11? He got it from me. My famous, you come to Taos and you act like a dumbass, you might get it from me too. Just like Deputy Doofus and all the rest of them. You act like a dumbass. This is because that's all I can do. This is like it. This is all I can do. I don't come back as a man with a fucking gun and a bully stick hitting a woman's truck, opening her door. Like, if that doesn't expose Tootsie Roll behavior, I think maybe... Oh no! Marge, stop. Okay, I can't. I'm getting all these ideas. Marge, stop it. Okay. So looking glass is something that people talk about amongst certain communities. Well, looking glass is where Dude, people don't. I've been trying to tell people since I was. They had my going away luncheon, but then when I left, it was like, thank God she's gone. Like, because I was just like, how many days till I can get out of this stupid shit? Y'all are frauds. That was me. Thankfully, the last year I was in, like, I was mostly going to college, so I was doing homework and stuff like that. Like, I was barely therely. And then the flight line was closed, so they were busing down to Lincoln, and I was like, suckers. I was done turning wrenches. So, Looking Glass is, is basically how The Simpsons and all these other stuff, and it's been going on as long as Hollywood predictive programming, and now people are like waking up from the predictive programming. I think largely because so many people are disconnected from TV now. They're seeing other things. Like there's other options, and because of their frequency, they're aligning with their other options. And but like, I mean, the shows that Mom like had. I grew up on like the military shows. Like she loved like Bridge Over River, John Wayne movies, cowboy, like all that, like masculine male. They're all gayer and fucking. It's all a psych op, man. They're all lies. Like it's all smoke and mirror. It's none of it's. They don't mean none of it's. Like they don't even know who they are. The people that are acting this way. So God, it's just absurd, but more and more people are waking up so fast. So I grew up on the ideologies that fucking Trump is living out now. Orange Man is living out now. I grew up watching this probably, what do you need? You need anything? No? Okay. Like, because of the same stuff, because my dad is like his age, and I grew up watching the same shit because I'd have to go see my dad, but I would always, fuck this is stupid, I don't want to, but it's always like the Godfather stuff, it's all that, it's all programming men to think machismo shit, and it's just like, dude, if they never saw that influence over and over, like, we wouldn't have the stupid planet that we live on now. I mean, it's just silly. It's just because people their art imitates life, and then life imitates art, and then the artists use it as a legal defense. It's anyway, I had a little epiphany earlier today. And that's like, because they always say Saturn is Satan, and I have Saturn on, and this is like the white stripes, the colonial stripes on the Saturn, and that's funny because half of me is colonial blood. Ooh, the blue blood, bleh. The Scottish Rite Freemason, bleh. So I gotta clean my blood all the time because I got generations of dirty. And every day I gotta not be the same kind of dirty that these generations of dirty blood have been. And then that's one side. That's Dad's side. Then I gotta clean the blood from Mom's side, where they're born and raised to throw people away. No. You gotta make an environment where everybody's comfortable. Not just people that are throwing out the rules, regulations, policies, and procedures, because as we well know, they are not the most intelligent cousin. They just get the best chairs. So Looking Glass, that basically is a plane. I used to bring Hobarts to the plane. The East, that's the support. That's what we said. And then they did the Patriot Act, right? First they made the event, and then say, okay, we gotta protect you by creating all these offices, so all of our friends that are getting out of the military now can just go from being employed here to being employed over at TSA, Homeland Security. Like, they just create more offices. And now they're doing it in the technical field with all the sign-ins. People, I'm just not gonna, I don't care about going nowhere. Me and Mom, we could travel anywhere we want from right in the comfort of our own here. We've seen all the places, and people are just getting uglier and uglier, so why would we want to hang out with them anyway? Huh, Mom? That's right. They had their chance. They didn't act right. So now, we don't want to play no more. Huh, Mom? All right. Moving on. Today I started making the dogs dog food. Oh, I started, because I'm like, dude, it's the food. Because I watched Artie. And I know he had other issues, like, I don't know what is that, but, like, you know, but, I mean, they say beagles only live to be, like, 10. Arthur lived to be 17. Artie was 14 and a half. Tucker's over 14 and a half. Benny, I don't know. Benny's like 11, maybe 12. And Luna, I have no idea. I'm guessing she's about Benny's age. But this, like, I noticed that, like, I could tell the consistency of their dog food changed. And then he started, like, he shakes his head, and then I have to clean his ears. It's like the food is, I mean, they're not just poison. See, they don't put any nutrients, so the body starts to eat itself, and that's how cancer and sicknesses are caused. Because cells aren't being rejuvenated. So today, or last night, I made the decision that I'm just going to go back to making their food. And, so like boiled ground chicken, turkey, organic carrots, spinach, a little bit of celery, just a little. And then, brown grain rice, long grain brown rice. And Benny, after he eats, usually, he, like, whimpers for a while. Like, I could tell, like, their body's and it's because they're not getting proper. And I give them vitamins, but then they put so much yeast in the vitamins that it's just all about balance. So I got to work harder for their quality of life. So, first meal they had at dinner, and I'm still put 1 cup. I mixed it in with all their food. Because, God, I mean, I'll probably end up finding somebody to give that bag, because I got another bag, but I'm weaning them off of it. But they're like, I could already tell that their systems aren't taxed. Like, they're digesting their food. They're not. Come on, man. Humans. Everybody could just, like, I mean, oh my God, the planet could be so different if these old ideas would realize that rotation of service is important to help. Like, I'm not walking downtown much anymore. It's not fair. Like, when I think how much life force energy people put in to coming to fucking Taos, New Mexico, just to stand in the middle of the sidewalk? It's stupid. There's too many people. Like, I saw the guy, I think the kid's name's Aaron, and his dog. I gotta put water in the back in the ice chest. It's that time of season again, because people don't got no address. You don't get no clean water either. No access to that. And in Taos, they'll take all the extra power things. Like, they want to make it hard. They want everybody to pay, which is stupid, because the people that are making these, like, you guys never fucking did nothing in your life. You did the same year. Because you never gone no other places. You just lived here and did the same thing over and over. That's why there's this clash happening on Earth, because there's the technological age of Aquarius that's waking up, and then there's the Pisces age of the Pisces. the religion, like God outside of you. So we're going from God outside to God within, which is going to spoil it for a whole lot of people that have been less than generous to personnel that could have been like, nobody needs to live in suffrage. Like, people do drugs and stuff like that because they don't have the same opportunities as everybody else. That's why I used to do drugs. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I go up to a window and I need something and people don't like my face, so I get treated like shit and turned away. And it's kind of been like that. And, people can say that's not what they're doing, and that's fine. They can lie to themselves, and they're not gonna lie to me, dude. Like, my my history is too verifiable to be like, oh, okay, you got me. You pulled one over on me there, huh? You're so generous. I misconstrued that. Looking glass. It came from the aircraft's ability to mirror the command and control functions of the underground command post at Offutt. Dude, it's all fucking pageantry. When I first, it's all fucking sets. It's all, before 9/11 happened, and then for a year and a half, we played war every month for 18 months. 18 months, that's every month we worked through the weekend, so it's 10, 12 days. So, for a year and a half, and you couldn't go, nobody could take leave. And so we that's what we did. And one time I ended up in a morgue. That's a weird story. A morgue? Like, you pretend like you're at another base, and then you go through your life as if it's simulated war. And I'm like, that is when, and then when we did, and I went to Crete. I guess it was Crete. Maybe it was a sound stage. I don't know. I don't know what was going on in the rest of the world while I was on Crete. I didn't get any American news. I would wake up and I would get up at like 5 a.m. in a 4-star, 5-star hotel, the Panorama, where I'm surrounded by tourists, where they just did the, where I'm like fitting in as a tourist, and then I go to work where I'm part of supporting the mission that's dropping all the bombs in Baghdad. And so, it was a trip. And none of it ever needs to happen. Except because a bunch of guys used to watch these war movies sitting on their pappy's lap when they were younger. And now they're trying to fucking they're trying to make us be a part of stories that are stupid. I don't want to be a part of their stupid stories. I was a part of their stupid stories for a long time. I used to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I used to go America, and I'm like, but I was just like, Marge, you grew up and you and Mom and Jerry were all hungry all the time. And then I became part of the system. And then I noticed, like, God, the cracks is, we were always down the cracks of society. And I've always been paying attention about, like, who's falling down the cracks of society. And now in America in 2025, May, halfway through the year, cracks of society are getting so wide. And now it's going to get weird because it's going to get hot because people are hot. They're going to get hot-tempered. So that induction is called cooperation is nature's way. So welcome to the blackouts. Welcome to the bullshit that doesn't have to happen because people don't know how to center themselves. They don't know how to meditate. They don't know how to disconnect from this bullshit reality and plug into better, higher levels of consciousness. It's just So silly. So me and Mom are we laugh every day, huh? I was there earlier, I was laughing over here, I was clowning around with the dogs. I was doing something, I was laughing, and Mom's like, she's often saying things like, it is so nice to see you laugh. It is so nice to see you happy. You have such a nice style. You have such pretty hair. And I just think that if I would have freaking gone no contact, which, hey, I ain't talking shit because I got a dad I don't talk to. I wouldn't say I'm no contact. I would say, sure, I'll wait for contact. And it'll never come. So is that no contact? No, it's waiting for contact. But when people are so used to being everything, people bend over backwards to make sure that they're happy, that plants weird seeds in people's brains that the whole world is there to make them happy, and that's just bizarro. So I would have missed out on the blessings of Mom, and I feel like I get old through her, because I who knows what the future holds. I don't know if I'm gonna live to be as old as her, and so she's helping me to learn how to age gracefully, and God, it's the least freaking I can do. The whole world owes this woman, from all the shit that she's been through because of systems. I mean, I think about how many people got paychecks because, and then, I mean, that's how we live in a people farm. We live in a people farm because human beings are thrown away, and they charge themselves, they pay themselves so much to take care of people, and then they treat people like trash, and all that truth is coming out and stuff. So it's the least I could do is give Mom a comfortable life, because nobody did her very many favors to make sure she was comfortable. Throwing her away in an orphanage? What the fuck is wrong with make a world where the family's supported. Why do they try that? Oh, because people need a paycheck because they don't have any practical skills, so we gotta make orphanage with your freaking human trafficking centers, and people can call it whatever they want. Mom was there. She wasn't adopted until she was 3 years old. And her feet didn't work, so there was many nights that she would have to fucking lay in her own piss because nobody didn't want to get up. Come get her. Take her to the bathroom. And she would never complain. So it takes me a lot of strength to go out in Taos, and I see fucking people. I see my face. It's this fucking nose. I see this fucking nose on people's faces in Taos, and I'm just like, you suck. Because you didn't take care. You don't take, because you got that. I don't take care of my family. Because you didn't. Because you didn't. Because none of you did. So y'all suck. Y'all suck. But they have their community centers, they have their little fucking farmers markets, and they got their little fucking biker run this bullshit and stupid thing that, and now we got the concert series coming up where they block off a fucking free park so they can pay the people in their own fucking town to use their park to see some bullshit on a stage, so some dumb broad from fucking New Zealand can cater the fucking talent. It's a crock, man. This place is a joke. Bah! Oh, wait. Don't forget the casino on the north side of the town. It's all that productivity up there, too. But don't worry. There's a lot of stuff happening at the airport and up at the ski valley for the important people. Meanwhile, there's going to be a lot of little old ladies and a little old men that I'm just just saying it's a high turnover year. It's not me, it's the astrology, and fucking people don't take care of their community in Taos. So, I mean, there's people that the houses burn down, people die like fucking all the time. It's just, well, fortunately, loss of life isn't, as far as loss of life compared to like losing everything, there's more people that lose everything and not so much. There's probably more people that travel from states, parts unknown, to come here to jump off the gorge, honestly. If we're gonna be truthful about shit. That happens probably every 3 months, every 6 months, maybe. I don't know, time ain't the same for me, because me and Mom, we live in a different dimension, huh, Mom? We always have, because we don't play the stupid reindeer games that everybody else plays. I learned the skills, so I don't gotta fucking be out there making a bunch of money, so I gotta pay other people to do things for me, because I just learned how to do all this shit myself. And people are gonna have a harder time, and they're gonna be like me in some ways, where they're gonna say, no, I don't want to bother. Like, I used to be able to look at my stuff online, maybe medical, I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, every office in America is a freaking phone that is ringing in an empty room in like a storage unit someplace. Like every agency office, all the, like, while they're out golfing and freaking, you know, playing on the yachts that they seize, like doing all this stuff that don't tell the secret code. That's national security. National security is butt stuff. That's what America's national. It's just a bunch of bros and sisters getting wasted, partying, having a good time, doing shit that if their mom and dad knew about it, they would be awful disappointed. I know it, dude. I used to freaking support this staff. I used to hang out with you. I used to party with these people. I used to think, oh man, hanging out with doctors and stuff, I'm so important. And then I'm like, why is this grown man eating food off my boob? I'm a 16-year-old girl, but he's an important doctor. He was a cardiologist. He should have paid for my college. I shouldn't have had to fucking enlist to get a college education. But that's just, that's just how people act. It's boys being boys. Just, just people doing whatever they want whenever they feel like it without any consequences. But that's why I just let God take care of the rest, I just let God, like, I can't retaliate. I can't reprise. I can't act out. I can't contribute. I am to learn to just, let it go. Let it go. Let that bullshit go. Because people are stupid. And they've been stupid my whole life. So, and it's not me. I'm not that, I don't like to, never in my whole, I've been working for 43 years. I started cleaning houses when I was an 8-year-old girl. Just to earn money, help Mom, so she could buy some food, so she wouldn't be stressed out and yell at me because it hurts my stomach. So, I know a lot about this stuff, and I see so many people, they're not grateful for what they have, and it doesn't matter what they get, nothing that they consume makes them feel better. But we learned how to feel good with nothing, huh, Mom? Nothing. I remember that my 12th grade year just was shit. It was hard. And so, car broke down once again in Morro Bay. And we start walking. And I can see, I could see the last little market on the outskirts of town of Morro Bay. On the way to San Luis Obispo. And then we're walking. And it's 9 o'clock at night, and cars here and there, whoosh, whoosh, every now and again, and I'm just resentful. I'm just so angry that I'm a 12-year-old girl. I should be at home asleep in my bed, not fucking walking to San Luis Obispo, Ugh. But this is all the stuff that I had to learn to let go. Because when you walk enough, something you figure out is that by the time you get there, you're so tired, you're not mad no more. That's why I will always keep moving as long as my body will let me. Because I don't want to be mad no more, man. I'm surrounded by... That's why... So when Mom... That reminded me. So when Mom was like Marge, when she... I think that is the greatest gift a child could give a parent, is to be absent of youth and still be jovial and happy. Like, it's gotta make Mom, like, because we've been through hell in our life. And we could still laugh and be joyful every day. And I just think that that's cool. And then I look around, and then I think about how many people, they're so terribly disappointed. Like, they didn't want their kids to turn out to be a junkie, or the kids didn't want the mom to turn... And see, that's the thing, is, like, Mom never did drugs. She never drank. She was a psychic intuitive. She didn't want shit messing with her intuition. And I went down my path of alcohol, and I use alcohol as a tool of divination. Like, you want to freaking, like, I think I can get into the spectrum of the heart space of people that I can now. I add alcohol to it. I am the scumbag. I drop down and I do what they do. And ego is easing God out. God, good orderly direction, don't drink. So that's why so we got Saturn on one shoulder, so I got the devil on one shoulder, and then we got the higher power of me is Calvin. That was my first tattoo. And then me. So we got angels, and it's like, this is just basically, am I gonna tease him and razz him, or am I gonna fucking bite his nose off? Like, which shoulder? Because I'm ambidextrous. Because my whole life, whatever I do one side, you got to do the other. Because everything's about balance. And people don't know this stuff, or they haven't practiced the stuff that I know and that I've practiced. And so I have a lot of experience, and I'm not stupid. That's why I don't put myself in situations. Like, when I go out every day, I just think I'm going to go get a side mirror to my car that I'm going to pick up. I don't think I'm going to be treated shit by the entire fucking staff, including the manager, Travis, at the parts store, just because they're little fucking machismos, you know? They're little, because they don't know what a strong woman is. Because they don't know what strong women are. Like, what is the highest tier caliber? Where's the highest, oldest, most productive, most influential? Because every year they do these magazines of most influential women of fucking Taos, and they fucking, like, they own an art studio. I'm like, what, you never been to war? What, you none of these women were raped when they were 10 months old and did all this stuff and kept a smile on their face and want to help people as much as I do and want to build community as much as I do? Because if they did, Taos would be a much fucking better community. I assure you that. But they don't. They want to do what they want to do, and then they want to open this office and let their friend run that office, and then let their cousin run that office, and their nephew over here. And, don't bother applying for these jobs that are coming up, because graduation just happened. So you're going to have nieces and nephews that are just going to be like, whoop, here you go, easy peasy. So, anyway. Mom, you ready to watch some Bob's Burgers? Yeah. That's the world we're creating a future of.
We're creating very well. Very well.
Mom, she's so sweet. I go, Mom, all day long. Mom, I love ya. I love you, Mom.
And we smile back and forth.
And then usually she says, thank you. I love it. I love it. Huh, Ma?
That's right. Yes, we smile.
People gotta freaking fight to live these days. That's what World War III is of spiritual variety. It's about all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad day.